Hey there. Um, this is actually, I'm just testing this go live thing. Never done it before. I was trying to do it off my laptop, but um, uh, I don't know how that works. Um, but I'm doing it off my phone. Seems to be a lot idiot proof. Um, I don't know who's on here or not. I think it's, like I said, this is my first time on Go Live. I'm just testing this thing out, see how it works, and I'm going to announce my build. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Hey, this is cool. I'm gonna announce my build for my appreciation build for Solomon. So far, right now, I've been working on the Studebaker. This one right here. Let me tell you something about that. Now, Studebaker is it's a neat subject, but it needs a lot of work. So I'm kind of scratch building a lot of stuff on it myself. Just kind of, because I want a certain look to it. So I'm taking my time. I know that on the Ford Truck Month, I botched that one, man. I still have that kit. I kind of pulled it out yesterday, and kind of looking at it, see what I can do and what I can salvage on it. But yeah, I might go back to that. But I've been itching, I've been itching to build an airplane. So when I seen in the hangout last night that Pappy mentioned he was going to do a appreciation build, I kind of thought, oh, this is my opportunity to put the cars away and bring out some birds. But yeah, I'm going to I'm not going to build an airplane though. I'm not going to build a car, although Pappy did suggest you can build a rat rod. I have a few of those to build, but I'm not going to build an airplane. I got several Navy subjects from down to World War II to modern stuff, even through the 60s and 70s. And last night I was thinking about this, and I was like, see, what do I build? And I was going through my mind, my stash through my mind, and hey, Charlie Mac, how you doing? And I was going through my mind to see what stuff I had in my airplane stash, and I thought, man, I got an F-14 Tomcat. I got a few Top Gun F-16 aggressors. I got several, I have a Corsair. I have a few Hellcats, and let's see what else. Anyways, they're in boxes, and this morning I was like, man, hey, what's up? Yes, we are live. This is my first live thing, and I was just kind of thinking, I wanted to test this thing out because everybody's using it. And I just thought I'd see how cool it is. Cool, huh? You're kind of talking, and people are listening, and there's no going back on what you say. Yeah, Corsair. Yeah, it is. I was going to. I have one of those. Yeah, we all do. We all love to live chat. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's the new thing. I was gonna build a Corsair. I was, and I do have one, and I think Pappy kind of opened it up to. Yes, it is a great plane. I think, you know what? When I go back and think, I don't quite remember what my first kit was. Kenny, yeah. What's up, Kenny? Man, I'm bad with names overall. So if I don't remember your name, if you mention something and I don't remember your name, I don't mention you my name. Sorry, I'm really bad with names. Um, I guess as you get older, you keep forgetting stuff. I'm probably gonna forget my name. But anyways, when my first kid was an airplane, and I had been 6, 7, 8 years old. I can't remember exactly. I think my little brother was like a year and a half old. He was barely walking. And so for the people that don't know, I'm just gonna. There's only 2 of you on here. But anyways, I used to live in this apartment complex with my parents, and my brother was like a year old, and he just had barely started running, walking around. And do a Corsair lowboy build. Oh, cool. I'd like to see that. Oh, yes. Pappy then mentioned something that you were going to do something like that. Yeah, that's going to be cool to see. You have the best here now. Cool. Yeah. And, anyways, I used to be in Hot Wheels and stuff at that time. I remember having a bunch of Hot Wheels, and that's what my entertainment was inside the apartment. And, my little brother had just started walking, and he's running around, and we had this old couple that lived downstairs from us, and I knew the guy was disabled. He was in those little runabout, those little motorized carts and stuff. And I'm talking back. This is back in 1980, 81, around there somewhere. Yeah, around something 80, 81. And so I remember I remember that my little brother used to always run around and make a lot of noise and jump in, and and he I remember one time we were downstairs. We had a pool. We had a full-size pool in our apartment complex. We were down there, me and my brother at the pool, and he would come out in a little motorized cart, and he knew we lived upstairs, and he kind of grunted at us, and and he would tell us, you guys need to be quiet, and all this, and we were, yeah, yes sir, I was like, yes sir. My little brother didn't know any better, but I was, yes sir, and he I think there was one time his wife, hey, yeah, think about the 1/32 Dauntless or Wildcat. Yeah, cool. I have one of those Dauntless with 1/48 scale, and I thought about doing one of those. And so he came up, and his wife came up one day and knocked on our door, and she was a Asian lady, little Asian lady, remember? And she told my mom that his name was Ross, that he wanted to talk to me, if it was okay, that if I can come downstairs, because Ross wanted to talk to me. And I remember hearing that, and my mom tells me, go downstairs, and says, Ross wants to talk to you. And I was scared. I was afraid. It was like being called to the principal's office. And I had never ever been down to their apartment, and so I went down there shaking. And he calls me in there. He was sitting in this couch recliner, and when I walk in there, he had this if I remember correct, it's been so long. It's been since the 80s. He had like a U.S. flag, the folded up version of it. When they give to a family, soldier's family, after they pass away or stuff like that. He had a couple of those. And in one corner, and in the other corner he had this rack, and it's full of kits. And on the other side, he had like these. They had a lot of ships, aircraft carriers, and on the shelf on the bottom, he had a few planes, and I was just like, wow, I never knew. And he said, "Come here, sit down." And then the lady comes over, she gave me some cookies, and I thought he was gonna start yelling at me for running around, because it really wasn't me; it was my little brother. And then he reaches over on the side and gives me this box, and there was a plane on it. And I can't, to this day, I've been trying to remember if it was either a Corsair or a Hellcat. It was a Navy plane. I know that the Corsair was mostly by Marines, but I'm trying to remember if it was either a Corsair, because it was blue. Hey, what's up, Godfather? Bernie? Yeah. Yeah, so I can't remember for the life of me what that plane was. And something tells me it was a Corsair, but I don't remember. I don't quite remember. F6, yeah, the Hellcat. And ever since then, I got hooked. Ever since then, he gave me. I mean, I think the guy was so old that he wasn't gonna do nothing with his kids. I mean, he had a lot unbuilt, and about once a week for the next year. Hey, Tom. I remember Tom. Yeah, every time I watch your videos, Tom, you always say your name, so that kind of stuck in my head. I was telling everybody that I'm kind of bad with names. Can't remember people's names. So, hey. So I can't, I remember, he gave me countless kids. Yeah, and so ever since then, I got hooked. I got hooked on airplanes, and every time for my birthday and Christmas, man, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted was planes. And I became throughout the years, I became very knowledgeable of it. When I got into high school, I got into ninth grade, which in California, in some places ninth grade is already high school, but when I got into the ninth grade in junior high, I got into the ROTC. It's a Navy ROTC, and man, that was a blast. That was a blast. I got to do a lot of stuff. I went to almost just every that's dramatic. Every air show that came into town in the Southern California, man, we were there, and we visited. I went to a mini boot camp, Navy boot camp. That was fun. We went to another mini boot camp at what's it called? The Marine base down there as well. El Toro. Yeah, that was a Marine base. I remember seeing the Blue Angels for the first time up there in Ventura, California, off the naval base out there. I forgot the name of it, but there's a Navy field out there in Ventura. Got to fly the C-130. Yeah, it was fun, man. And even through high school, I was still in the ROTC, and that was my plan. I was going to join the Navy. I really love the environment. I love the discipline. I love the history, and I learned a lot of stuff. But when senior year came around, I made other choices, and I kind of steered a different direction. I remember me and my friend, we were really close, and we're still friends to this day. And Joe Martinick, I remember him. I don't know. I'm not very good with names, but I remember Joe. And the reason is, man, is because Joe, me and him, we went to go see the recruiter. We went and talked to him. He got in contact with us and everything. And Joe did a delayed entry in our senior year. Signed up. And so Joe, at least saying Joe in the, I think it was 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, Joe retired from the Navy, and he became a Master Chief. That was, he went out, he went enlisted, and when he hit, he became a Master Chief after his 2 years or something like that, after his 20 years. He got a commission, and he got a commission to a lieutenant. So he ended up staying a couple extra years, but he just retired from the Navy, and I had thinking to myself, man, that could have been me too, But yeah. So yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by, man. You guys are cool. Thanks for seeing me there and say, hey, Master Chief is comparable to Sergeant Major. Cool. Yeah. So, anyways, back to what I was talking about what I was going to build. Man, I get off track quick. And it kind of seems silly, but it kind of feels like I'm talking to myself, but yet again, there's people listening. The kids are in the other room. They're probably thinking, man, he's crazy. Yeah. Do you mean in rank? Like in rank as in Master Chief? I think there's only one Master Chief of the Navy. I think that's the higher rank than the Master Chief. There's only one rank of Master Chief of the Navy. I remember that because our ROTC instructor was a Master Chief. And there was a NCO, yeah. He was a Master Chief, and I remember learning the ranks and stuff, and there was a Master Chief of the Navy. And he said he had topped out, But yeah, guys. Anyways, back to what I was going to reveal, I guess. So, yeah. Man, this is... stay on target. Okay, so what I was going to reveal, I wasn't going to build a hot rod. I wasn't going to build a plane, even though I have lots of choices. What I'm going to build, and I just came from Hobby Lobby today. I went to go pick up some glue because I ran out. And I was looking at their rack, and it's like, oh, there's a bunch of ships and stuff. I'm like, oh, maybe I should build them. And I thought, wait, I have something at home. It just kind of crossed my mind. I said, this is what I'm going to do. So I came home real quick and dug it out. And this is what I want to build. The PT-109. I remember building one of these in high school, when I was in high school. And it was a glue bomb. Yeah, it was a glue bomb, and I made a glue bomb, but it was cool to build. So, yeah, I want to build this 1/72 scale Revell PT-109, and the appreciation build for Solomon. So, I think this is gonna be fun. I remember buying this a few years ago, and I was looking into getting figures for it, 1/72 scale figures for Navy figures. It's still in the wrap. So, but I remember building this in high school, back in the early 90s. And so yeah, this is what I'm in the building. I'm gonna put everything aside, everything I'm doing, I got like 5 different builds. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I know the story behind that. So yeah, I've been working on the Studebaker Salt Flats Racer. So I'm gonna put that aside for now. I'm really gonna start on this plane, on the PT-109, and I am gonna make a little small video too, just to make it official and post it, so nobody has to go through this one after I post it. But yeah, I've been trying to find samples of this Hemi engine, the twin blower one. I'm not gonna use the blowers on it. They're kind of junk. So I'm gonna put velocity stacks on these, on each end. I already cut them out, everything. Where are they at? Pretty much taking my time on these. See, I don't know if you can see it, but I kind of cut them out already. And then I live really close to the Salt Flats. Well, not that close, probably about an hour and a half. So Great Salt Lake is just like 5 miles from here. But I want to take this, once I finish this kit, I'm going to take it out to the Salt Flats. I'm going to photograph it out there on real Salt Flats. And you know what? I've lived here in Utah I'm from Southern California, but I've lived here in Utah since '94, I believe. Not once in my life. Well, I've driven out that way, but never have visited the Salt Flats. No, I haven't been a Burning Man. Yeah, Chris Chapman lives here. He lives in Roy. He lives next town over, a couple towns over. He lives maybe 10 minutes away from here, if he lives in Roy, if that's where I understood. I've seen him driving down the road several times on his Harley. And he has a little club out here. And they meet once a month. I can't remember. He invited me once, but I couldn't make it. And it's just, my life is crazy. My life is up and down. You know, I got a family, little kids, and teenager, and they're all good, but it's like they're my priority, you know. So whatever they want to do first, I go and take care of them. Yeah, Chris Chapman is a Harley guy. Yeah, he was telling a story not too long ago where he was driving this Harley in the snow, and his boss freaked out on him and told him that what was he doing? Yeah. Yeah. And what was he doing? And they gave him a company truck in the meantime, because they thought he was crazy driving this Harley in the snow. Yeah, people around here do that. I've seen them. He does. He rides it year round. I think that's his only vehicle, from what I understand. I haven't met him, but I seen him on the road. You know. Yeah. Yeah. I wish he can make some more videos. Like I said, he has he's part of a car club out here, model car club, and he's invited me too. Yeah. And but I didn't make it. And I told him I see him at GSL. I didn't even make GSL either, man. That was disappointing. But the thing was that we had a family vacation type thing, and so my wife planned it. I didn't plan it. She planned it like a couple months before GSL, and she already had made hotel arrangements and stuff out, because we went out to Lake Tahoe And we could have probably backed out. Probably got the next week if I would have told her, babe, this. But the thing was that it was like her family reunion out in Lake Tahoe. And so somebody already had set the date and everybody else had made plans, and then she made the plans and everything was set in stone. And then all of a sudden, a couple of weeks before it, I was like, oh, GSL. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the same weekend that we had to be in Tahoe. I don't know how you guys ride those bikes. I don't know what size bike you guys ride, man. But my brother-in-law has one. He has a Harley. I don't remember the size of it. Yeah, they usually do. My brother-in-law has a Harley too, and one day he's like, hey man, you ride? I go, yeah, I know how to ride. And I go, let me ride it. So I was in this parking lot. I got on this big thing. Oh my gosh. I didn't lay it down, but it went on it was like leaning to the side. Yeah. It was leaning to the side, and I was like, oh my gosh, how the heck do I get this back up straight? And I don't consider myself a weak guy, but my brother-in-law is like thinner and like a couple inches shorter than me. I'm like, how do you handle this thing? You know, I guess it's something you can get used to. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of fun. I had this one time years ago, I bought a bike from a neighbor. It was a Yamaha 350. Kind of one of those I'm not saying enduro, one of those street off-road bikes type things. Oh no, it wasn't. That was the older bike my father-in-law gave to me. Yeah. Oh. What was it? It was a Yamaha 350 or Yamaha 400. I used to drive it to work. I only live like 10 minutes away, probably less than that for it. Fat boy. Ooh, 700 pounds. Yeah, this is not a fat boy. This bike was I remember he told me it was months ago. It was back in Tahoe. Back on a. Anyways. Yeah, man. So I want to thank you guys for being out here. There's only 4 of you. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. There's a ton of me going down the road. I'm not sure what he meant by that, but okay. Yeah. I had a coworker that had a Fat Boy. He had a Springer and a Fat Boy. He said the Fat Boy was his favorite, and then he ended up selling it. Yeah, guys, so I don't know, maybe I don't know if I should end this or not. Kind of made my reveal. Springers suck. Yeah. Cause his life thing's kind of cool. So you know what? Since you guys are just hanging out, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna open up this thing. Move all my crap to the side. I'm gonna open up this kit and go through it, see what. hold it up. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my phone on a tripod. Hold on a second. Let's see if this works. Sorry. What the hell is that? Oh, my power's going out. What the hell is that? That's the PT-109. I'm trying to get this in the picture. I'm just gonna go through it, open it, and see what I got myself into. Cause I remember building this in high school, and I remember getting frustrated with it. Yeah. Oh, the tripod? The tripod is one of those little knockoff of the Jobo. I'll show you. I'll show you. Let's see. I'm gonna flip the camera around. Oh, sorry. Flip the camera around. You don't want to see my mug. So there's a company called Jobo that makes these little tiny tripods, like desk tripods, and then you can form them and you can wrap these around like in a tree or you know, something, anything that's round or square or whatever. And so, and then this is like this is cheap. This is like a phone holder. I can't remember where I got it, but I bought this for like $5 somewhere. I can't remember where. But that's usually when I do my videos and it's on the tripod, that's basically what it's on. I have another little tripod, and I have another bigger tripod I can use, but this one sits on top of my workbench, pretty cool. Just now it was sitting against my laptop, so anyways, that's what I use. I think I seen those at where did I see one? I seen them Michael's has a version of it, and I think I seen these at Walmart too. So and I think these little things, these are the same things as they use at the selfie sticks. It's the same thing. I have a little piece of tape on there because it'll slip out. So anyways, that's it. That's what that was. So here we go. So here's the deck. Wow. I know, I remember there used to be some accessory kits for these. I know that Verlinden used to make an accessory kit. And I think the Verlinden's out of business. They used to make an accessory kit for these. A lot of photo etch parts and some resin kits. Here's a hole. Not bad. You know, it doesn't have all that much flashing like I thought. Sorry, guys. I didn't see the message. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, wait, right here. I didn't see it. Whoever said something, I didn't see it. I wasn't looking. I don't know how to. Oh, there we go. Check your propellers. Oh. Is it supposed to have 3? Because it comes with 3. 1963. Yeah, it comes. Yeah, you can tell it's old. Yep. Right here, there's an engraving on here. It says Revell 1963. PT 109. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's missing anything off the tree. Doesn't have that much flash. I know there's cleanup, but not like one of the, like that. Not like those Dukes of Hazzard kits, man. Those are like the most horrible kits ever. I spent like almost a month cleaning up one of those. And that Studebaker I'm working on, that was horrible too. It's a lot of flash. Yeah, guys. If I remember right, those of you that kind of know more about this, the deck on this PT was like, it was a wooden deck, wasn't it? It's made out of wood, right? Because it does have some, like, has planking on it, like an actual ship wood. I'm gonna have to do some research. What's our plywood? Cool. There's not that very many pieces. Yeah, I remember building this in high school. And I built it in my ROTC class for extra credit. I didn't paint it or anything. I remember just gluing everything together. Yep. Cool. Running engines as the airplane engines. Then the Mustang, P-51 Mustang had, no, those were Allison engines, I think. The P-51 engine. Here are the decals. Cool. Cool. So guys, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Allison Allison was the P-51s, right? I don't remember exactly. Yep, right. You know what? I remember reading Chuck Yeager's biography. It's probably one of the first books I ever read. And he tells his story like he tells his story as when he's chasing that he's in the air chasing that what was that plane? That first Nazi plane that had the jet engine. I can't remember its name. But he had an encounter with one. He shot one down. And I was thinking about that the other day. Cause watching the the 262, correct, yeah. And he's telling a story in his biography. Yeah, the ME62, the 262. And man, I remember reading that so vividly, and I was like in the cockpit with him. He's telling a story, and he's doing his flyovers of France and stuff like that. And it was just like amazing. If you guys haven't read that biography, the Chuck Yeager biography, you ought to, man. That's a good book. That's probably one of the first books I ever read. Yeah. And the reason I remembered was because I was watching the video where he flies in the F-15 Eagle, and I was remembering that. I was like, man, I wish I still had that book, but I don't. And I might look it up in Audible. So I don't read books anymore, but I listen to books at work. Yeah, first man to break the sound barrier. Yeah, Chuck Yeager. You know what? I want to find a kit of that Bell X1. Yeah. I know they were like around all the time years ago. And I think they're discontinued. They're not around anymore. I wish I could get one of those. Yeah, I used to have a broken rib. I used to have so many kids. Man, I don't know if any of you do, but I have an addiction. You know, every time I have 2 Hobby Lobbies within 10 minutes from me. And also 2 Michaels from 10 minutes from me. And every time I'm around or something, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go stop by and see what I can get. Man, I got stopped at. Man, instead of being a builder and becoming a collector, and I had no, yeah, man, it's like, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's like every time my wife comes down here, she looks around, she's like, you didn't have that. And I'm like, yeah, I did. You know? It's like, she'll come down here, it's like, what? Why do you have 3 of those? I'm like, I've always had them, you know? Because I had kids, you know? Me and her have been together for like 4 years, I think. And I had some kids when her and I got together. And she thinks, well, she doesn't think, she knows I buy some, but yeah, that's what I tell her, you know, it's better than being addicted to other things. Yeah, there's, you know, I yeah, that's true. Yeah, but yeah, man, every time I go to Hobby Lobby, it's like, every time I go to Hobby Lobby, it's like I have to get something. I don't know if any of you are like that or not, or just ordering stuff. I don't even like ordering anything, because when I order something, she's here, and every time I come home, package is open. It's like, what's this? I'm like, jeez, you know. And I need to stop because before I came in back to making models, I did have a huge collection of airplanes. A huge. I mean, I'm talking about close to 3,000 kits, if I remember right. Because I remember doing a inventory on these things. Half of my garage was full of boxes with kits, and I stopped because my son was born, and then I ended up getting into music more, and so I was playing the local bands and gigging around town. Charlie, every time you go to the hobby shop, you come up with one. Yeah, my wife's both have a problem. Yeah, so for a long time, I had these kits in a garage, half of them taking over half the garage in boxes, like these big, microwave-sized boxes. Yeah, and so back then, this is my first wife. She's like, hey, he's like, what are you gonna do with all that stuff? And I wasn't touching it, and I was just mostly playing music, and I thought, well, I need a new amp. And I ended up starting selling everything, and I know I remember going to Disneyland with some of that money. I sold these kids, and finally the last bit of it I sold in the garage sale. A few I had like 4 or 5 boxes left, and my parents had a garage sale. Happy wife, happy. That's true, man. That's true. I gotta tell you that. It's true. It took me a while to understand that. I always heard it, but I didn't understand it. My other several hobbies. True. It's alright. Yeah. And I remember having a yard sale, and some guy nearby came by. He's like, "Hey, man, how much for all these kits? You gonna want to get rid of them?" I go, "Yeah, man, I just want to get rid of them." How much for all these? How much for these 3 boxes? And in those 3 boxes, I think there's probably 30, 40 kits. And I'm like, man, I just need to get out of my hands. Just give me $50 or something. He gave me $50, and he walked out with the loot, man. Back then, I didn't really care, but now I think about it, I was like, man, yeah. You guys remember those of you that know, or was it Revell? Revell made the A6 Intruder, right? I need to plug my phone in because it's about to die. The 148 scale A6 Intruder. Sorry guys, I'm trying to plug in my phone. There you go. Well, I remember having like 4 or 5 of those, and I had 2 of the 2-seaters. I had the regular A6, and I had the EA6 and the AE6. So in total, I had like 6 or 7 kits of those. I remember having the 2-seater. In the process of selling all this stuff, those kits had become discontinued. They stopped making them, and they skyrocketed in price. I remember buying them. There's a couple steel sealed kits that I had bought, for $20. I remember, and I remember selling one of those sealed EA, the 4-seater kit, for $120. I remember selling one on eBay, and I didn't set a price. They just boom, boom, boom. It was an auction. That's where the price ended after 6 days. And I was like, what? Yeah. And so the regular A6s also, I remember buying those for $20. I remember buying a couple of those at a show out here. And I remember buying one for $15, $20. Hey, I'm glad you're back. And I remember buying one of those at the show, and man, after selling them, they were going for like 70, 80 bucks. It was unreal. Um, but yeah. What? 67 Grand Prix. How much for kids when you started? $1.50. Wow, when was that, Tom? The 60s, yeah. I really don't remember prices. Like when I was a kid, my parents bought them. I never asked how much they cost, they just bought them for me. But when I started buying them, I think my first kit was $4. When I started buying them, I know that I started paying attention. But there was like, I think I mentioned this on one of my other videos. There was like 5 different hobby shops, like actual plastic model hobby shops around my area. And I'm talking back in the 90s, back in mid 90s to late 90s. It was like 5 hobby shops in my area, and it was fun, man. Anywhere around town you went, there's a hobby shop. Stop by, check it out. And now, even the not convenience stores, but there's a like a discount store that used to be called Kings, Kings. Yeah, there used to be like a discount store. They always carry a bunch of kids. Even one of the local mom and pop's grocery store out here, and they're still around, but they don't have kids anymore. They sold kids, model kids. Sears, yeah, I never experienced the Sears type stores, drugstores. Yeah, that's probably before my time, but yeah. And now there's nothing, man. There's nothing. There used to be a hobby. What's it called? Hobby Town. Hobby Town, like 20 minutes from here, and they had a good selection of stuff. And yeah, the Hobby Town had a good collection of stuff. I went there every once in a while. But they did sell stuff very expensive. Yeah, thank God for Hobby Lobby. Yeah. And all of a sudden one day I went down there to go get some styrene tubing, and boom, they're shut down. That was like maybe 6 months ago. And yeah, I love that 40% off too, man. I take advantage of that. The ladies in there already kind of know me when they come up to the counter. Oh, what are you building this time? Yeah, so do I. Yeah, I need to order some styrene. I think there's a couple of other hobby shops out here that doesn't carry styrene. There's a couple of hobby shops I need to go check out. They're close by. But they're RC stuff. They have a lot of RC, airplanes, and mostly airplanes. And I remember going in one time, just asking to see if they had remodel kits, and they didn't. And yeah. So I need to go check out these RC shops and see if they have some of this styrene tubing. Because I want to make a roll cage, and I have aluminum tubing, but brass tubing. But I want to use the styrene stuff for the bands and stuff. So yeah, thank God for Hobby Lobby though. Yeah, I have one of those tube benders, but the spring kind that they sell at Hobby Lobby, and I was looking to get one of those regular, like, look like one of those nutcracker type benders. Yeah, I was looking them up in the Amazon the other day, or was it eBay or something like that? Because I remember watching the video with Fast Jimmy, and he shows, or it was a live stream, I can't remember what it was, where he shows he has a tube bender, and I was like, oh, I need to get one of those. Where do you live? 2 hours away from everything. God's country. Oh, Panama City, Florida. You know what's cool though? What I find very cool, and I tell my wife this all the time, when she sees me watching videos, and she gives me the mail and I get all these shop cards, I go, babe, you know what's so cool is that these guys are from all over the country. That, this is somebody from a different part of the country we don't know, but we support each other in this hobby. It's cool. I find that so cool. I don't know about you guys. When I was building back then, I was really into building. I didn't, other than the hobby shops that were around here, there was one hobby shop owner, it was a lady, and her husband had a shop, a car shop next to the hobby shop, and that's probably the only person I talked to about the hobby. She was the only one that I talked to about the hobby, and I didn't have anybody else to talk to or anything. There's no internet, none of this stuff that there is now. I live right next to Hillfield Air Force Base, and they have a museum. And all the referencing that I wanted was right there at the museum. So it's free entry. You just walk in, and I had tons of pictures of specific certain aircraft that I want to do, landing gear, anything. And then there's like a couple times a year where they will open up the cockpit, so you can walk up to the cockpit, you can take pictures. And they have a little shop in there where they sell models, and they have a lot of reference books. See, are you guys online are all I have. Pathetic, I know. Yeah. You know what? I'd be the same if I didn't have a family. The family keeps me busy, keeps me in check. Man, there's so much love. Yeah, those young guys, those younger, the younger guys, they got it pretty good now. They want to don't know how to do something or anything, reference anything, is just a couple clicks away. Yeah, you know what? When I came back to modeling like a couple years ago, um, and this is the reason why group hug, group hug. This is the reason why I came back into modeling, because it's like for about 15 years or so, I didn't do any modeling or anything. I was playing a lot of music, and alien abduction. Hey, Kenny, Rick is here. Rick Zink. Tom, I think your card was the first one I ever got. Your shop card. And hey Rick, and when my son seen it, he's like, "Oh, that's so cool." And so my son draws a little bit, and you know that the movie It's coming out again. And he wanted to draw a clown, so he's like, "Dad, you remember that card you showed me with the clown?" I go, "Yeah." He's like, "Can I see it? I want to draw it." So my son took your card, Tom, so he can draw a clown. So I don't know. See, it's in safe hands. It's safe. And this is cool. Somebody had to do. Yeah, like I was saying. Hey, you're back. Like I was saying, I was doing a lot of music. I was gigging locally. I went out in California and gigged a little bit. So I was busy with music, and then
can me and Gigi play outside?
Yeah. And so it kind of started slowing down for me. You never lose the love for music, but then you realize, that there's something else in your life you need. At that time, I had my son, and to me that's the only thing I needed. And then you realize you need something. You don't want to be alone anymore. So I kind of backed off a little bit on the music, and kind of became more of a family person. And let me believe, I've been with my wife for going on 4 years. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. I had so many big dreams, and you gotta know people, first of all. And nowadays it's even harder. And the older you get, the harder it becomes, and so I just only had my son, so to me that's the only responsibility I had, was my son. And so my when I got with my wife, I wanted to start I want to start all over again, you know. And the thing about her is that she supported my music from the beginning. She still does. She still pushes me to do it, but it's kind of part of me, I guess, that's like kind of more, I prioritize different. You know, I take care of the family first and make sure that, you know, the kids, because she has 2 kids of her own. And oh, that's going fast. You're a music thing for 40 years? Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, so it's, you know, she still supports me. Just even lately, I have this guy that has he's been bugging me, man. And I love him to death, you know, but he wants to form this kind of funk blues. No, not funk blues, but more like this R&B type jazz thing. And I always got good for it, you know, like tried out, got in and practiced a few times, but it just wasn't my thing. It was just like, no, I had to tell him no. It's like, man, no. After a few, I told him I don't want to commit. Just let me try it out and see what happens. And it's just like, it's like, I just want to come home at the end of the day from work and be home, and you know, not having to worry about this or that. And you know, I currently play for my church, and you know, I think that's good enough for me right now, you know. So that's about it. That's all I do. So kind of, I get the bug every once in a while. I guarantee you, any minute now, in the next couple of weeks, I'm just gonna get this music bug, and I'll shift over to that. But it's happened to me several times in the last couple of years where I just kind of, it's hard. It's hard to, I want to say, yeah, exactly. It's becoming something that, yeah, music to me is something. Is just like, it was just like my high, my drug, my everything, you know. And it started becoming something that just like, you know, you had to work for. And I wasn't. This guy that was kept bugging me, you know, this is paying gigs. These are good paying gigs, because they know people, and he's well connected. And these guys don't play just to play; they play to get paid. And we're talking about corporate stuff, playing corporate things and things like that, and do a corporate level, parties and stuff like that. But that was just not my thing, man. Yeah, and that's what pretty much happened to me, you know. I never did make a living off of it. I did get paid, but I never made a living. I always had a day job. But trying to balance the day job and, you know, doing that, and plus having a family, I was like, nah. I'm just happy that now I have, hey, Fred's in the house, halftime. Man, so much love for Fred. Cool. Hey Fred, I was gonna make a legit video of my entry for the appreciation bill for Solomon. I'm just gonna show you, but I already showed it here. This is what I'm gonna be building. PT-109 for Solomon. I was gonna build a plane, but I see some people already are mentioning about building planes and stuff. So, but I'm gonna build this. Just to let you know. Hey, have you guys seen the latest video from George, Vision 124? If you guys haven't, you guys need to go watch it. Watch it to the end. It's kind of funny. Yeah, you guys gotta watch George's Vision 124 video. I think the latest one he made. So if you guys haven't seen it, you guys need to go see it. I just busted laughing. And the kids were like, "What are you laughing at?" The guy didn't say nothing funny, but it's kind of an inside joke. Oh. Yeah, man, George he's pretty good. It's really good. You know what? He does a lot of vehicles that I would never probably ever build, because when I see him and it's like an everyday vehicle. It's like there's nothing to him. But whatever he builds, it's like there's something in it or something on there that just kind of pops out. Yeah. Everything he builds is like something pops out on that vehicle. It could be a BMW, it could be a Mazda, it could be whatever. And something in that car pops out to where I will see those vehicles in the street and I'm like, whatever. Yeah, that video was funny, wasn't it? Yeah, it's true, man. Shrimp, man. I love shrimp. I love shrimp, man. You know what? I'm making this video. Let's see, I'm making this live thing because I'm just home with the kids. My wife's out of town with the baby, or else I would have been interrupted like 10 times by now if she was here. By the way, but now that you mentioned shrimp, Fred, the last time she called me a couple hours ago, she was eating shrimp. And I was like disgusted, like, oh my gosh, I want some. But shrimp with barbecue sauce? Hey, you guys are a bunch of cool cats, man. I got like jumbo shrimp, CT. Oh, you know what? I wanted to show this in the video the other day. I just remembered. I was at I went to drop off some donation thing, some old clothes and stuff at the Goodwill the other day. Well, not the other day, about a month ago. And when I dropped off the couple of bags, and then I went inside, and I was kind of just looking around. Not at the Goodwill. It was like a Goodwill. I don't know. It's called Savers here. It's kind of a second-hand store. And I was just wandering around in there for a minute, and I was about to walk out. Then I did a double look, and this is what I found. I'll show you guys. This California Hauler, Peterbilt 359. I don't know how old this thing is, but look, I got it for $2.99. Is it? I don't know if it's complete or what. It started. The instructions are here. Yeah, I was walking through and I was about to leave, and there was these boxes on the side with toys and stuff, and I kind of, whoa, what's that? The art box on it kind of got my attention. So, looks like somebody started some very colorful chassis work in the engine. But yeah, I don't know if it's 100% complete or not. I haven't really taken a look. It's a broken fan. But when I was going through it, I'm like, oh, this probably could be a one of those apocalyptic type trucks. I'm not really into trucks, so I wouldn't say I've seen it before. I do have one other. That's why I kind of opened it, and I kind of seen that it had wheels and a frame and a cab, and I'm like, oh, I don't care for $3. So, I don't care. And it's cool, man, because it's got some really. I was looking at the cab, and it has all the rivets and stuff. And it's like, oh, this would be cool, like apocalyptic type build if I ever get to it. But yeah, let's see. There's no decals or anything, but yeah, all the instructions are here. Yeah, there's no date on these. But yeah, man, for $3. I thought that was cool. For $3. It's got a 567 cubic inch Detroit diesel engine. Oh, so that's what they. I have a friend who's a diesel mechanic, and he will always talk about the Detroit diesel engines, and I'm like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about, but I know why now. I understand what he's talking about. Yeah. I have one more kit for the red styrene. I have one more other truck. I mean, put another video about that. I have one more truck. I did buy this one about over a year ago, but these are. I'm gonna show you. I gotta dig it out. this Freightliner. I really think, when I see these, when I used to see these trucks on the road, I used to love seeing these trucks. I don't know why. I don't know. For some reason, these trucks just get my attention. I just seen one. I just seen one of these about last week. Yeah, I got this at Hobby Lobby, bud. I think they have them at Hobby Lobby. That's where I got it. I think I was there today. I think I seen it there, so they still have them in stock, and still have them in their inventory. But yeah, man, these yeah, I don't know, but these trucks, I seen one last week, and I had to stop side of the road to see it. There was an old timer driving it, and I was like, man, you don't see those around. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Thanks for stopping by. This is my first time doing the live stream, everybody, so I was just like kind of testing it, and people started jumping in, and so yeah, this is I haven't even opened it, so. Jamie Graham, she has a YouTube. She's from Australia. Oh, it's a she. I'm gonna see that. Jamie Graham. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody. Well, I'm gonna go check that out, but I haven't seen anybody build a truck like, what's his name? What's his name? Hunter Shelby? Oh my gosh, that guy. Hey, see you later, Fred. Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for your support. Hunter Shelby. Yeah. Hunter Shelby? Yeah. Man, he's at a different level. But he builds for competition, man. So he has to take it to the next level. And it's great that he shows his techniques and stuff and how to do certain things. I picked up a lot of techniques. Selby. Oh, I thought it was Shelby. It's Selby. I guess halftime's over, huh, Pappy? It's all good. Thanks for stopping by, man. Diecast. Do some videos. Well, I'm just looking at your guys' conversation. Hey, there was something I kind of came to my mind. Um, I kind of looking at, I did my what's in my stash video, and I'm thinking, man, I don't think I'll finish building any of this stuff, you know. And I was talking to my son the other day. He was looking at everything. He's like, Dad, he's like, because he asked me the question, are you gonna build all this stuff? I go, probably not. And he says, I'm just gonna leave it to you. And he just kind of gives me this look. It's like, all right. But if I would stop buying right now, I think I have enough to build the rest of my life. I think the way I build. But then I was thinking, like, how you I was like thinking, like, well, if I was to stop and say if I was a faster builder, and if I was kind of, these things are stacking up, collecting. Not me anymore, kids. I kind of like, what do you guys do? Like, you guys give your kids out? Like, do you guys give them away, or like, not stuff that you get commissioned for, or somebody will ask you, hey, you build this for me? But like, I have a friend, and I'm thinking about doing this. Well, I have a couple things in mind. I have a coworker that he has a 69 Corvair, and he drives to work, and it's speed up, but it runs great, but that thing looks like a rust bucket. Well, it's not a rust bucket, but he's been fixing it, and he doesn't know I build models or nothing like that. And I was thinking about building one and giving it to him, and then making it look just exactly like his, and I thought that'd be a good gesture. I mean, when I buy certain things, certain cars, I kind of always buy it with something in mind, or somebody in mind for some reason. And like my boss has been trying to find. He told me this a couple weeks ago. He's been trying to find a Hot Wheels Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know why. He really loves Dukes of Hazzard. And I was thinking in my mind, I was like, well, I have a couple Dukes of Hazzard kids. Maybe I should build him one. And maybe I will, maybe next year. Probably for his birthday. I'll find out when his birthday is and give it to him. But, he's a really Dukes of Hazzard's fan, and I want to build him one. And, but I was thinking, I don't know what I would do with these kits. Like, if they were already built, just look at them, or, because I know when I build planes, I would kind of give them away. I know I'd give them away. There's certain ones that I kept, and I tried to keep, but all my moving around and all that work that went into those cockpits, let me tell you. But it to me, this is therapeutical, man, because veering away or stepping away from the music for a while, this time it's like, that was my, hey Chris, all of the What was I even saying? I lost my thought. Oh my gosh. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I've gone way too long on this. It's like 90 minutes. What is that, hour and a half? And I was going to do this for a couple minutes just to test it. Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by, Kenny. I'm gonna become addicted to doing these live things now, and I know if I stay longer for than 10 and 15 minutes, you're gonna see my wife and come in. She's gonna be like, "Hey." She's not here, or else she would have seen her. Like, or she'd be standing right here next to me. Yeah, I'm gonna. James Butler and so if it's nice. James Butler. Big trucks. Oh, I remember what I was saying. I know that when I was doing music, it kept me busy. It kept my mind busy, kept my hands busy. And I'm a person that if I'm not doing something with my hands, I go crazy. I have to do something with my hands. Literally, I have to be doing something. So this is like perfect for me now that I'm home and just chilling after work. You know, my work area. My work area is I don't have a chair or anything here. I'm standing up. I built this desk purposely high, so that I can be standing, and also for the fact that to measure my time on the bench, because I can be here for hours and hours and hours and hours, and by standing up I get tired. After a couple hours, I'm like, I'm tired. I'm gonna sit down. I want to sit down. So I'll just like step away from here. And sometimes I'm not even down here for a couple hours. I'm down here for an hour or so. You know. But yeah, this has turned out great for me. Cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. So yeah, I have. Man, I'm over here reading messages and I kind of lose my thought. So I have this. At work I sit all day long. The ferrets. So at work I sit all day long. So I'm in front of a computer all day, and so coming home, standing up is kind of a relief. Yeah, man, it's just, This is exciting. I'm a great multitasker. I could do several things at once, but right now this is like I'm live and people are watching me, so it's like I'm running out of content. I'm just kind of listening to. I'm reading your guys' comments and stuff, going back and forth. But yeah, I can be building right now as well, so I don't know. But I'm too excited, and kids are killing you. So let me show you guys exactly what I have been working on for the last month or so. So let me see if I can mock this up really quick, because I know I've been on here for a while and you guys got things to do. I know. Oh wait. So So this roll cage came from a 69 Firebird, and that Foos Firebird. I'm gonna use it in this. But the thing is that on this kit, on this roll cage, it has the padded bars, and it kind of looks fake. But I want to do my own roll cage. I want to just jump in there and do it and just learn. And so, let's see. Ooh. So anyways, this is a little clear hood it comes with. It's kind of cheesy. I don't like it. I'm not going to use it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the actual hood. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut where these notches are. I'm going to cut the hood. And I'm going to brace it, because I just don't, this is cheesy. I just don't like this. There's a clear one too. But the thing is that, I don't know if you can see it. There's a roll cage in there. And then, right now the dashboard is flat, no gauges under here. You want me to put the clear one to see? The reason I think that the reason we all build, well, at least this is what I built. I see them all shiny cars and stuff like that, and I'm like, well, yeah, that's cool, you know. But I'm kind of, the way my mind works has been working with this kit, and I like that mindset, is the fact that if this was my car, if this was a 1-to-1, and I had all just the normal resources. What if I paint the clear one? I thought about that too, about painting the clear one. Hold on, let me see. So I thought if this was like a 1-to-1 car, and this was my car, and I had it out in the garage, and I had limited resources from the bottom inside. You know, and I wanted to get out there in the flats real quick, you know, and I'm looking at, you know, what I have, and here's what it looks like with the clear one. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's not really a show, for show. This is my son, guys. Better than the blue one. Yeah, you wanted to build in Salty Dog. He's at peace. He's shy. So, I don't know. I don't want to make it as like a show. I think this is like for show, I guess. You can say. I kind of just want to actually make it to where it was my car. Oops. I have limited resources, and I always want to get it out there quick to the salt flats, or even down, you know, somewhere, you know, on a budget. You know, it's a budget, on a budget. But having this engine, I don't think is the budget, and I think you spend more of the money on this engine than you did on the whole car itself. Yeah, kind of like that, you know. That's the way I think it. I think there should be like a story behind everything. I've always thought about that, about stuff having a story behind it. Just like when I buy a kit, I kind of think of what, you know, the purpose of that kit, how I would build it, and for what purpose. I guess, you know, like I look at all my kits that I have, and I have something in mind for each one of them. Like, I know, I mean, there's some that I don't, but 90% of them, I already have something in mind on what I'm going to do. Like, I'm not a Mustang person. I've never been a Mustang person. Sorry for you guys that are Mustang guys. I don't know. I've seen them and they're cool, but just not. I'm a Chevy kind of person, you know. I think my favorite car is the Camaro. The first generation Camaro, second generation, and third generation. That's it. First, second, and third, fourth, and fifth. The fourth generation Camaro is just the ugliest thing I ever seen. And the fifth generation is kind of like, kind of getting used to it. Yeah, it's, you know what, I've been trying to find samples of that engine, like real, and I've tried to Google it and nothing. There's certain versions of a dual manifold, dual blower, but the blowers on this thing suck, you know. Anyways, so what I do for a living is I'm a CAD modeler, so I do everything 3D CAD modeling and product modeling, and so I work in the industrial design program department with industrial designers and things like that. So it's pretty much creative. It's all creative, and usually we have my boss. It's always trying to get us involved in creative thinking and things like that. So he told us to watch a Netflix video. All right, man. I know I've been out here forever. I gotta get off too. But just to finish this off, he told us to watch this design thing on Netflix called The Last Horse. I don't know if anybody's seen it. The Last Horse. It's called The Last Horse. I don't know if it's still there. And it made me think different about the Mustang, because it's about the Mustang design, how they had to bring back the Mustang, its design, and because its design was failing, it was going down. No, Chris, we use Creo, PTC Creo, and I do a lot of rendering with Keyshot, so that's what we use, and we use all Adobe stuff as well. We have Autodesk, but I don't use Autodesk. That's for the manufacturing engineers use that mostly. Hey, thanks Charlie. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here pretty soon, man. I've been going on 106 minutes. Wow. No, we don't do the 3D Max. It's more. I work for a manufacturing company, so it's not so much. It's not so much for animation and stuff like that. It's more manufacturing stuff. Yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh wow, I lost my thought. What was I even saying? Anyways, oh geez, I lost my thought. Oh, the Mustang. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by from the UK. Whoa. Dang, I didn't know we were from the UK. Paul. All right, man. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, if you guys have a chance, I don't know if it's still on Netflix, The Last Mustang. It made me think different about the Mustang. And then a couple years ago, I did see Bullet. I had not seen Bullet. And I saw Bullet, and I was like, whoa, reason I know these. I got a degree in computer drafting design from ITTA, man. Cool. Hey, that's what I went for after high school. I went to architectural design school. I didn't get my degree, but I did pursue it for a few years, and then I went to business. And fortunately, the job I have I've just been blessed, man. People I work with believe in me and saw the creativeness in me, my creative eye and stuff like that, and that's how I landed this job, man, because I work with a lot of pros that have a lot of design backgrounds, and I'm just like the peon there, man. And they use me for my creative eye because they have the education, but I have the creativeness, and they have creativeness, but I kind of give a lot of it based on all the renderings that I do. I do a lot of renderings, a lot of stuff you guys probably see on TV. A lot of companies use it too, but a lot of the stuff products that we show, you probably think it's a photograph, but it's not really a photograph. It's, yeah, man, I'm blessed, man. I've been doing this job for a couple of years, and I'm blessed. I just, it was an internship at first to see. I just went for it. And I have a background in photography as well, so I've done photography for a lot of years. And that's what kind of landed me the job, because I know light, I see light, I see a lot of things those guys probably didn't. And so yeah, my boss liked it, and he's like, "Yeah, man, we want you on your team." So, you know, I went from working in an inventory warehouse to up there, you know, with the big dogs designing product. So it's cool, man. I'm really blessed. I'm really blessed. Every time I get questioned or answered, I always say I'm blessed to have what I have. I mean, it's a fun job, man. It's a lot of perks in it too. I go to a lot of retailing shows and stuff that show new products, and it's cool. But yeah, I saw Bullet for the first time, and I was like, I fell in love with that car. So I'm gonna build Bullet Mustang. I know that I think it was Edgar said he was gonna host a movie car build, and that's what came to my mind. I'm gonna build the Bullet, and I have several Mustangs in my stash that I'm gonna use to build the Bullet. Anyways, guys, I know I've been on here for a long time. What is it? Almost 2 hours. And I was only going to be here for 10 minutes. And I have a teenage son that's home. So he must be hungry. And I got 2 other... Say hi. You're live all around the world. Say what's up.
What's up?
This is AJ, guys. Anyways, guys, I'm just gonna end this right now, and I want to thank you guys. They say what's up, man.
Huh?
They're saying what's up. Say what's up.
What's up, my dudes?
Yeah, guys, so I'm gonna end this. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. It was just supposed to be a test, and it just went on for almost 2 hours. So this is not gonna be the last time I do a live thing. So I'm gonna end this. Thanks, Tom. Say thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
He's the guy that has the
Clown one.
The clown, yeah. LL? Who's LL? Yeah, thanks, Rick. Yeah, I think this is cool. I think I'm gonna be doing this more often. Next time I bring out my guitars and stuff. Hey, so I want you guys to have a good weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Monday. Yeah, I will. I'll do it again. Thanks for stopping by my little shop. And thanks guys for listening to me rambling and talking and all this stuff. So I'm gonna end this. So I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for being out there, and see you guys. I hate to end it and there's still people here, so if you guys would like kind of leave first and then I'll stop it. I don't know how this works. I don't want to be rude. I just want to thank you guys again, and have a good weekend and enjoy the rest of your day, the weekend. I'll be starting on this PT-109, so I'll probably make a little short this time, 1 minute video of what I'm gonna do. So it's out there. All right, guys. Peace and love to everybody. Much love. Okay. Bye.